Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. I am Amanda Cromhope from Truth Loyalty and the Blind Loyalty Trust. We interview world leaders in loyalty blindly. The challenge is about creating loyalty insight spontaneously and about a lot of fun. Simultaneously, it is about raising the awareness of the Blind Loyalty Trust, and 100% of the proceeds from my book, Blind Loyalty 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified, go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. Today's Blind Loyalty Challenge takes us to Italy, and I have such a special person to talk to. She and I are both co-judges on the International Loyalty Awards. It's Cristina Ziliani. She is the Professor of Marketing at University of Parma, and I've just found out she's the author of 6 books, so 2 in English, 4 in Italian. Cristina, I think you're going to topple the top of the pops in terms of responses today. So 6 books, author. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thank you, Amanda. It's lovely to be here. Thank you very much.
So your first question is nothing to do with me. It was set by someone else because I always ask you to set a question. And it's from Mark Bergdahl, one of our co-judges at the International Loyalty Awards. And his question is around grocery retailing and the dual pricing that particularly in the UK, we're seeing for members. So members get a better price. You can call it dual pricing or differential pricing. Does it really work?
That's a very good question. I did some work on that some years ago. First, I was interested in seeing if all grocery retailers were taking advantage of it at the same level. And what we did a check with 10 different retail chains. And some of them were really making it visible, like they had something like 400 items at the same time with dual pricing for consumers, because here the issue is to make it visible, because
Yeah.
if it's too few items, people simply, they just
Don't notice, yeah.
don't see, they don't notice. And there were 2 retailers who stand out with many items, and they would change it and advertise it in their weekly flyers. And everybody else was, half-hearted about it because they only had a few items. So I think that was kind of something of the past in terms of having it. You need to have it maybe in the store if you want to advertise to your customers that there is some advantage in belonging to a loyalty program. But today, you should do it digitally because you can do it personalized. You can do it through the push notifications of your app. You can send emails to your customers. So I think maybe today a lot of retailers are doing it and we don't see it from the outside because they target their own customer bases. So probably there is more dual pricing than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Because it's hidden in a way. In those times when I did that study, consumers who were with the retailers where this dual pricing was more visible, they also displayed more loyalty, but that's a correlation. But as I say, that was just studying the dual pricing on the shelves, what you see in the store.
Thank you. We always talk about when we do audits of programs, we talk about the visibility of the program, whether it's in the store particularly or other brands, fuel, forecourts, and so on, but also in that personal space. So as you say, direct messaging in the app or push notifications or other DM and so on. So I think you're absolutely right how that will have shifted over time, but the visibility, I've seen retailers do the dual pricing and you're kind of scraping around trying to find what's on offer. And then others, you walk into the store and it's so obvious and so bold and so bright. So it's nice to hear you say there's a correlation, but obviously, I think there's a lot of guarded responses from the retailers over exactly how it's working. But
Yeah.
okay, your second question I know is super easy for you because I heard you do a phenomenal keynote last year at the Asia Pacific Loyalty Conference, and your keynote was on sustainability and loyalty. And I know it's a pet subject for you, and it's something I'm super interested in as well. So there are two chapters in blind loyalty that we talk about either sustainability or loyalty in the environment. So can loyalty programs really play a role in changing consumer behavior around sustainability?
Oh, that's a nice question. Thank you. Well, there is a growing body of scientific research on this. On the one hand, we definitely know that loyalty programs can change ordinary behaviors. When I say ordinary, I mean purchase behavior, visit behavior, or engagement. But behaviors that we call pro-social, meaning doing good or doing good for the others or for the environment, they are a very specific and different type of behavior compared to purchasing. And I'll give you some elements. First of all, the results, they don't come in the short term. So if you change your behavior, it could be, for keeping the environment, cleaner or eating better. The effort doesn't have an immediate response. So it takes time, which is totally different from the behaviors that we encourage with promotions and with loyalty, which are usually short term. So
Yeah,
long term horizon. Second point, you need collective action. In other words, if everybody engages in the behavior, then you really see a difference. But a lot of consumers in general, they tend to be skeptical because they say, well, if I do it and nobody else do it, then there's no point. So collective action is
yeah,
another big issue. um, then it's very abstract. For example, reducing carbon emissions, not everybody understands, and even the people who understand, do you really see it? Do you really see the effect? So it's very abstract reasoning.
mm,
And these elements that I've put on the table, they make it very difficult to push as a change in behavior as far as consumers are concerned. So uh, mine was just, a word of caution because we know the loyalty program works because they push behaviors, but here we need to study a different way of encouraging people, talking to people, designing rewards because the behaviors we want to change are different. Just an example, and then I close because as I said, I talk too much. Um, um, Something that has been studied, if the rewards that you earn in your loyalty scheme, you only have the choice of donating, for example, them to a good cause,
yeah,
the scheme is not really effective. What has been found is that if the company also engages, like you donate and we double what you donate in terms of
yeah,
points or money, then it works in a different way. Or if you donate, but you also earn something for yourself, that works better than simply helping people, making the effort
yeah,
and donating to the good cause. So
yeah.
that's just to say we cannot simply extend the knowledge we have with regular loyalty schemes to developing sustainability related loyalty schemes. It's a different ground.
I do remember last year when you gave the conference around that investment of emotional commitment from the members, and how you highlighted this amazing program from Co-op in Denmark, and how the scanning the barcode gave the carbon emissions and loyalty attached to that. I just thought it was magical, and that gave the highest commitment because customers were feeling their benefit every time they shopped, which I thought was really fabulous.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a very interesting case where what you do with the loyalty scheme is actually giving the customer a tool to change their life at their own pace. So it's not
yeah,
like a strict rule that you have to follow, but I give you something in your hands, like in your app, and
Yeah.
you can learn and you can improve if you want. So that
Mm.
was a brilliant case, yes.
Yeah, I loved it. I've quoted it and you a million times.
Okay, that's
My
lovely.
last question is more of a personal question. What has been your personal all-time best loyalty experience?
Oh wow, that's a very interesting question. I wish we had more time because I have to think about it. You know, having spent 25 years of my life in loyalty with companies, with consumers, I have so many good memories of things that I've noticed. Uh, well, I don't know. It's difficult to. I'm thinking of, as you mentioned, there are very nice examples. Uh, I maybe am going off a different direction, but like meeting people like you and all the other women
Yeah,
in loyalty, people devoted to
yeah,
promoting a culture of engaging for the long term. This is what I like about loyalty, and noticing that, you and many others, and we are trying to make a difference and telling companies that engaging in something, with an effort that goes long term, then you get a return on your investment, a return in the engagement of your customers. I think
yeah,
it's a nice way of looking at life, also at relationships. Maybe it's the whole philosophy of loyalty that I like.
yeah. That's amazing you said that. This morning I actually interviewed someone for Let's Talk Loyalty. I won't give away who it is in case this gets released before then. And his favorite book wasn't around loyalty or business, but it was like a kid's book around kindness and doing the right thing and nurturing relationships. And I just thought, we need more of that in this world. So if we
Yeah,
as loyalty professionals can provide that for each other and then audiences, then even better.
I think
Okay, Christina, I love this because it was funny. I'll let everyone know your first question to me off the camera was, how long do you want me to speak for? Because I'm a professor, so I'll speak for hours. So I'm very proud of myself keeping you quite short and sharp because that's the energy behind the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So well done. You've completed your three questions, but I've got two more mini questions for you. Can you tag someone else for me to interview?
yes. Um, do you know Professor Liu Tompkins?
I
She
know,
in the
I do know
UK.
her very well, and she hasn't been on this, so that's brilliant.
Yeah, I think she does amazing research on loyalty, and
Yeah,
she would be
lovely.
good to.
Crazy that I haven't asked her. She was talking to her quite recently. So yes, you ping, I'm coming for you. And what question would you like to give anyone who's on this program?
Uh, of course, it's about the future. So I would like to hear someone else's views on what's next as far as loyalty is concerned. So how we are expecting, she or he is expecting loyalty to evolve in the next few years.
Wonderful, wonderful. I might need to add to that question and say, apart from AI, because it feels
Of
like
course,
every future question has to have something about AI, understandably, but sometimes we need to talk about other parts of loyalty.
absolutely.
Christina, thank you so much. I knew I'd love talking to you, and your insights are always so, so valuable. So thank you for sharing on the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thank you, Amanda. It was lovely to be here with you. Thank you so much. And congratulations on the format because I really like it.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you.